Dal 1791 ad oggi su questo palco sono state raccontate davvero tante storie. Come si avvicina l'inizio della nostra stagione, la partita del 6 ottobre ad Agrigento è alle porte, si avvicina anche l'inizio della stagione teatrale qui, al Municipale di Casale Monferrato, ed è da qui che vogliamo raccontarla anche noi, quella di Deshawn Sims, e questa è la sua storia.
Usually right before the games, I kind of feel something, feel anxious and feel a little bit nervous, but when the games start, it's just like the stage here. You don't really feel the crowd, you don't see the crowd, you just see the job, see the basketball, see the players, see your teammates. You have to perform in front of the crowd. They come there to see you perform and do your best. So, but the thing that's different is they actually have to make the crowd laugh and engage with the crowd, talk to the crowd while you're on stage. But competing, you have to win. It's not just please the fans, you have to win. It's all about winning when you compete, and so the job is very different. And college sports is so big in the US because it's more about pride and more about competing and doing it for the love. It's a lot of things you have to manage with school, practices, studying, more practice, your social life. It just taught you how to manage everything together, and you have to do it. There's no excuses in college. If you don't do it, someone else will be there to take your spot. So I don't know how it is in Europe, but we had to study after all the practice. We may practice like 5 hours a day, go to school for maybe 8-9 hours a day, and we still had to study mandatory every day, 2.5 hours after a long day. So it was very hard for me to accept, for people to want me to perform at a high level on the court, also perform at a high level in school, meaning get good grades, have great attendance, and to still have my family. So when I did all of those things, it just let me know nothing is impossible. In America, the losers are looked at as very it's a very disrespectful meaning. If you lose, you're not meaning you're not strong enough, you're not tough enough. It's just a category that you never want to be put in. Not just with sports, And winning is everyone wants to be friends with a winner. Everyone wants to be around a winner. Everyone wants to talk to a winner. Just to win anything is like the goal for people. That's all they see is winning, but you have to know how hard it is to feel, to lose, to know the value of winning, of what it takes to win. So I think they both need each other, wins and losses. To be able to lead, you have to have some wins and some losses in your life. When some things, you had to experience losing to know how good it feels to win. And if you experience losing and also experience winning, to be a leader, you can know how to lead a person from losing, and you can know how to lead them to victory. You can tell them things it takes to be a winner. Actually, you have to want it. That's the first thing. You got to look in the mirror and see if you really want this, because it's so many simple things leading up to becoming a winner. And you have to be disciplined. You have to make sure you want it, because if it's 10 things you have to do and you're only doing 6.5 and you still want credit for being a winner, that's not it. You have to do 10 out of 10 things to be able to become a winner. And the only advice I can give is, if you don't want it for real, you don't waste your time, don't waste no coach's time, don't waste your parents' time, because you really have to want it for real, because it's not for everyone. I would say about myself, just because I'm more of a special case, which means I have some special things that make me special. I can't explain it. I have the ability to come out on the court and do the minimum of things you know, than someone else have just because of my talents. You know what I mean? Special talents that I have. Sometimes I can wake up and just throw the ball in and it goes in. Other people have to work harder. So I can say I'm still at 31 growing in those 10 out of 10, you know. So I can rate myself, maybe I'm closer to 8 than 7 with those things. So, but it's a growing love, you know, because basketball wasn't something that I grew up loving. It was something that I grew to love, you know. A lot of it is about timing. A lot of it is about politics, and the rest of it is just about you. The sacrifices that you made previous to this, you know. If I would have been had a better mindset to defend, or had a better mindset to just remain a one-dimensional player, did something great instead of doing a lot of things good. I do a lot of things good. The NBA is specific. They want you to do some things great. So knowing that now, looking back at it, if you know the things that you know once you get older, it's a lot of things that I would have done to, you know, made that jump. I can stop playing basketball. I have opportunities to make money doing things back in the U.S. The same amount of money that I'm taking from basketball. It's a love, you know, it's a system, it's the brotherhood, it's the schedule, having something to do, you know, and actually growing as a player. You know, when I first came here, I didn't make the playoffs. Second year, I didn't make the playoffs. I made some adjustments in my game, and I've had better teams than I had last year, made the playoffs, and I just knew that it was a step, you know, and I felt good about that step. And in Italy, making the playoffs is important once you don't make the playoffs. But after you make the playoffs, it's important to take that next step. I definitely feel, just based on not just the talent of the team, just based on the way that you have to play the whole throughout the season. It's a way that you play. You can depend on Americans, you can depend on some good Italians, but that team, the style of play, is something that's going to last over the talents and everything. And at the end, you know, that's what really matters. You know, you can score some buckets or play some good defense based on the talent you have, but that team who continue to work, continue to build, like I feel like we've been doing as a team since I've gotten here, that just gives me motivation that we'll be playing for a long time, especially with the guys we have. The way we can stay together, I think we'll be playing in June.